Hannah Hanson, born in 1805 in Lisbon, Maine, crossed paths with Ward Witham at the age of 17, leading to their marriage in January 1822 in Portland, Maine. The early stages of their union were marred by accusations from their neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Weymouth, who claimed that Hanson had pilfered their personal belongings. Initially, Witham defended his wife against these allegations, but later grew suspicious, believing that she had engaged in an extramarital affair. Consequently, in October 1822, Hanson and Witham relocated from their shared residence with the Weymouth family. Hanson gave birth to their first child, a daughter, in July 1823. However, Witham continued to harbor doubts about his wife's fidelity, suspecting her involvement in another affair during the winter of 1824. Subsequently, in 1825, Hanson gave birth to their second child, a son. During the same winter, Witham worked outside the home gathering lumber while maintaining his belief that Hanson was engaged in a second affair, this time with a young man. Supporting Witham's suspicions, Rosilla Moody, a ward of the Witham family, signed an affidavit in 1826, attesting to the presence of another man in the Witham household the previous winter. In 1826, Witham relocated Hanson and their two children from Portland to Dover, Maine. He then embarked on a solo journey to Boston, where he remained for 2 years. Meanwhile, word reached Hanson that Witham had started a new life in Boston as a single man. By 1830, through a series of correspondence, Witham and Hanson confirmed their mutual desire to live apart. In the same year, Hanson made the decision to move to Boston, leaving her children behind. The legal proceedings culminated in March 1832 when Hanson and Witham obtained a divorce based on grounds of adultery, resulting in full custody of their children being awarded to Hanson. Official records from the time of their divorce indicate that they had a total of 4 children. After settling in Boston, Hanson found employment as a skilled seamstress, supporting herself through her work. Although she lived apart from her children in Dover, she made regular visits to see them throughout the year. In July 1832, she embarked on a journey to visit her cousin, Reverend Enoch Freeman, who served as the minister of the First Baptist Church in Lowell, Massachusetts. This reunion marked the first time Hanson had seen Freeman in 15 years. Against the disapproval of Freeman's congregation, Hanson and Freeman decided to marry in 1835. However, their happiness was short-lived, as Freeman fell seriously ill and passed away on their first wedding anniversary at the age of 37. Tragedy struck Hanson once again as the suspicious residents of Lowell, Massachusetts, compelled her to leave town following Freeman's demise. Following her departure from Lowell, Hanson returned to Boston and, on November 26, 1836, entered into her third marriage with George Kinney. However, Kinney's reputation preceded him, as he was known for his gambling habits and heavy drinking. Additionally, he was 5 years younger than Hannah. Unfortunately, not long after their wedding, Kinney's business faced a collapse, leaving Hannah to shoulder the financial burden and support her husband and their 3 children through her seamstress work. In 1840, Kinney's reckless lifestyle caught up with him when he contracted syphilis through an extramarital affair with a mistress. He received treatment for the disease, but on August 9, 1840, tragedy struck again. Kinney consumed a cup of herbal tea, which proved to be fatal, causing him to experience excruciating pain before passing away. On August 30, 1840, Hannah Hanson Kinney found herself visiting friends in Thetford, Vermont, when a shocking turn of events took place. She was arrested for the alleged murder of her husband, George Kinney, and subsequently transported back to Boston to face trial. For 4 months, Hannah remained imprisoned, awaiting her day in court. According to her autobiography, she resided in cell number 5, within the common jail. The autopsy conducted on Kinney revealed that his cause of death was arsenic poisoning. This revelation led to the exhumation of Reverend Freeman's body, uncovering evidence that his stomach, too, had contained arsenic prior to his demise. Hannah Kinney's trial commenced on December 21, 1840, with her defense attorneys, Franklin Dexter and George T. Curtis, at the helm. The defense argued that there was insufficient proof to establish Hannah's purchase and administration of poison to Kinney. The prosecution called forth a servant who had worked in the Kinney household as a witness. She claimed to have seen a piece of paper in the kitchen with the word poison written on it. However, this testimony alone was deemed insufficient evidence to convict Hannah. Moreover, during the trial, it was revealed that Kinney had received treatment for syphilis shortly before his demise, and arsenic was a commonly prescribed medication for venereal disease during that period. Throughout the trial, a total of 18 witnesses were examined by the prosecution. Among them was Dr. Martin Gay, a Boston physician who confirmed the presence of arsenic in Kinney's stomach, and Thomas G. Bradford, a local shopkeeper who sold arsenic but could not identify Hannah as a customer. Mrs. Aurelia Bingham, Hannah's apprentice as a seamstress, also testified. The defense cross-examined 22 additional witnesses, including Ernest H. Cheatham and Thomas Ridley, Boston citizens who recounted rumors surrounding Hannah's alleged guilt. Albert G. Leach, Hannah's brother-in-law, and Mr. Coolidge, the local jailer who had previously imprisoned Mr. Kinney for unpaid debts, also took the stand. On December 25, 1840, Hannah Hanson Kinney was acquitted of the murder charge and released from prison. The jury took a mere 3 minutes to reach their verdict. To settle her late husband's gambling debts, which amounted to $2,000, Hannah sold her millinery shop, leaving her with a total of $89. In a gesture of support, Hannah's brother-in-law, Albert Leach, who had visited her during her time in prison, mortgaged his horse and carriage to help Hannah and her 3 children regain financial stability.